Hello guys, this is M Plus the Genius. I'm here with another video, and this time I want to take it to the next level. In my last video I said we're going to learn how to mix. We made the beat and we said that it's in 3 stages. This stage is the stage of mixing. You have to know how to mix. Mixing is very important in creating your beats. Now let me say something. In creating your beats, the sound selection you use matters a lot. Now you don't set or you don't choose any kind of sound and expect a good sound. There are specific kind of sound that you use. So number one rule in making your mix sound good is selecting the right sound. That is the game. If you select the right sound, trust me, your mixing process is half done. You understand? Your mixing process is half done. So selecting the right sound will make you come out with a very good mix. If you select any kind of sound, trust me, your mix will be very poor. The first rule for this is selecting the right sound. Let's listen to this beat, but before we listen to it, if you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, do well to turn on the notification bell, do well to comment, do well to share, do well. Your comment matters a lot. Now let's dive into the beat. Let's see what we have. If you can remember, in our last video, this is the beat we created, and today we are going to mix it together. Though I have done some leveling, and I think we will build from there. First of all, before I start mixing anything, like I said earlier, the key to a good mix is selecting the right sound. And when you select the right sound, trust me, your beat is already half done. First of all, you send everything to your mixer. This is your mixer. So I've done that already. This is it. I've sent all these things to my mixer. It's already in my mixer. Then first of all, I start with my percussion. Now, mixing is leveling everything to sound right. First of all, I started with my percussion. I leveled down everything, and which I've done. So I started with my shakers. What did I do for it to sound this way? First of all, my shaker was okay. It was sounding this. This is my shaker. This is how it was sounding initially, and I sent it to track 11, which is here. So it's already here. EQ, and I had to reduce the highs because it was poking in my ear, so I had to reduce it. So I had to reduce some kilohertz. I did a high cut, and to get this sound. After that, this is my next percussion. We sent it to channel 12, and I also added the smack attack. I've explained smack attack. The next thing I did was to add the EQ. I'm not sure I even used the EQ self, so I'm going to delete it. So it's just only the smack attack I use. So after that, now why I'm not stressing myself much is because I selected the right sound, and that's why I'm just adding little. Another thing you need to understand in mixing is less is more. Take note, less is more. It's not when you start putting much effect and you think the thing will sound. No, sometimes less is more. So the next thing is our rim shot. I use 13. Don't forget, mixing is balancing too, balancing everything. Let it sound right. That's what I said initially. So your level control matters too. So I also added smack attack. This smack attack is in wave. Don't forget, you can get it in your wave. So what next? Added an EQ. Sorry, didn't hear that. So some things were really poking in my ear, so I had to reduce. So what next? Now I had to put an EQ because if you know, okay, let me do. If you notice, nothing is really happening here. The sound is coming out from this frequency, so I had to cut off the lows, because this your lows is where your kick, your bars is supposed to stay, supposed to fit in. So you have to cut all this part. Very good. You EQ your sound. Same. I didn't do anything. Okay, look at this one. I didn't do anything here. It's just there. What again? What next? I think that was all about my percussion. I don't need special thing. Okay, I think this one. That was all. I didn't do anything. This is my percussion, and just this how it sounds. It's about my percussion. So don't forget, I had to do some panning too. I had to pan it so that we could get some space for other instruments to fit in. So if you don't pan, everything will just be sounding mono. Everything will be sounding together. So it's very important to know how to pan. Don't forget also, there are different ways to mix. The major thing is to come out with something that if someone listens to, say, wow, this beat is good, this beat is great. Okay, this is my kick. Let's go with my kick. What did I do in the kick? Nothing. Okay, I added an EQ. Okay, the kick is this is the kick. I had to send it to track 2. So what did I do? I just did a low cut. That's what I did, just so that other percussion can stay in this frequency. So this frequency, this is where the kick is, so I have to reduce it. All right, what next? So that's all about my percussion. That's what I did in my percussion. And that's why it's sounding this good. First of all, don't forget, the right sound matters. The sound you choose matters. So after that, okay, let's go to our sound. Our keyboard sounds. Let's go to our piano. What we use. First of all, this I played it on C. Sorry, you didn't hear that. So let me on this. So I play this thing on C. So this is C. So that's me just playing around. So I didn't do anything. I didn't even put any EQ. So it's just there. Nothing. No processing. Just there. So I wanted it to sound. So the next thing okay, it's my guitar. I sent it to channel 7. The keyboard, the piano, I sent it to channel 6. This one channel 7. So this is how it was sounding. No effects, nothing. So when I did the processing, this is how it sounds. So you'll be wondering why is it sounding this good? Number one, the right sound. Secondly, the little thing I just added a reverb. That's it. Just did some little tweaking. Just your decay, your wet. I did 41%. Just look at this point. I did 41%. I just did a high cut and a low cut. My size, I just made it 80%. Nothing special. So that's all. This is my reverb. I'm using a stock plugin. So this is reverb from FL, and likewise the delay from FL to doing. So this is it. These are the two processing I did that sounds like this. So without it, this is how it sounds. So when you add your piano, already. Very, very interesting. So we are mixing our melody, we are mixing our keyboard, what we played. So the next thing is this. Did I do anything? Nothing. I didn't do anything. It's just there and nothing special. So what's next? So I added a reverb. That's what I added to this. Then panned it to your right. This is just a muted guitar, and this is how it sounds. So okay, let's just listen to all the melodies. So I don't know if people can hear the difference. I have balanced the sound. At least you could hear everything pertaining the melody. So and you see the melody, everything is coming out so clear. Then this is my bass. Alright, what did I do in the bass? Did I do any? Let me check. Alright, this is it. Alright, I just added a fruity limiter and a fruity parametric EQ. Now, so I had to cut. I did a low cut because this is where the bars is. That's why I had to cut it. If you notice, nothing is happening here. This place is so empty, so I had to cut it to give room for other percussion, because there are some other percussion that will take that frequency. Now, what did I do? There's something I did here that is so important. Now, your kick and your bars, I had to sidechain my kick to my bars, so that what I'm telling the kick to do is each time, or what I'm telling the sidechaining to do is each time the kick is hitting, I want these bars to duck down. So that's why I did a sidechain. So I had to sidechain my kick to my bars. So without the sidechaining, this is how it sounds. So are you seeing it? Are you seeing this graph? Anytime the kick hits, if the kick hits, you see the bars will duck down so that it will give room for the kick to breathe. So that's why I did the sidechaining. Now, so let's listen to everything we've done so far. Don't forget, majorly your volume control. That's another form of mixing too. How to level everything to sound good. So I think I didn't do much processing here. Like I said, less is more. So you can attest to this, that at least you could hear everything. Everything has its own room. Everything is breathing and is sitting properly. It's breathing at its own space. I don't know if you get. So that's majorly what I did in this song. Nothing special.
I go give you love. I go give you love, baby.
Now, please, before you start laughing, this is my voice. I know I don't have plenty voice, but people should walk in love towards me. I'm, coming up small. Don't mind me, Jerry. So this is my voice.
I go give you love, baby. I go give you love, baby. I go give you love, baby. Anything you want, baby.
First of all, I sent it to my mixer track. This is 27, this is 28, 29, then 30. I sent it there. The next thing I did was to pan left, pan right. This part I took it twice.
I go give you love, baby.
So this is the
I
next.
go give you love, baby.
So I want this stereo feel. And
I go
likewise.
give you love, baby.
So you see it. I had to pan it left, right. So one thing I like FL is there are many ways to achieve something. Like now this panning, you can pan it here, or you can come to this place and still pan it. It will still give you the same result. So that's one thing I like FL. There are many shortcuts. So having done that, I sent it. What I did was I have to route all my vocals to one bus, and this is the bus I routed everything to. I sent everything to one bus. How did I achieve that? If you want to route something to a bus, you just come here, click, or you just come here and just click. That's all. It's routed already. So I have to route everything to a single bus. But that is by implication. What I'm saying is I want everything to be controlled by one track. I don't want to start controlling it individually. No, I want everything to be controlled by one track. So by implication, if I reduce the volume, everything will be reduced. If I increase it, everything will be increased. I don't know if you get. How did I mix it from this to this? It's very simple. It's very, very simple. So don't be afraid. I know mixing vocal is another lesson on its own, but let's start reducing it, because like I said, there are lots of content to be posted online. So very soon I'll start doing my vocal, how I mix my vocals for any genre of music. So if you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. So this is the first part. What did I do? My first part, I added an auto tune, and I'm using Auto Tune Pro. That's what I'm using. And if you load it, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. And what you do first is, what is the key? I made this beat in the key of C. Then what scale is a major scale? Alto tenor, I think that's where my voice range is. Okay. And after that, you go to your return speed. I don't have, there's a kind of feel auto tune gives your voice. So I had to increase it to the highest. So that's why from this,
I go give
sorry,
I go give you love, baby. I go give you love, baby.
This is Afrobeat, and Afrobeat has to do with plenty auto tune. You have to put plenty auto tune, in Afrobeat. So please don't crucify me, but I have to put auto tune. So I had to put it. This is return speed of 3. So first of all, every effect I'm putting here will affect this. All the effects I'm putting here will affect this. So I started with my compressor. This is a compressor from Wave. So I would advise you to get Wave plugin. It's very, very good. As a producer, you need Wave plugin. A reverb. This is a reverb. This one is different from the Fruity reverb. This one is a third-party plugin. Likewise, Wave is a third-party plugin. I'm not using stock plugin in processing this voice now. Okay, this is the reverb. So I'm just using a little amount of my wet. Then I choose this preset Heaven. And Fruity, I did this Fruity EQ again. Just use one preset called Radio to get this radio feel. Okay, let me be putting it gradually.
I go give you love, baby. I go give you love, baby.
So are you seeing how it's sounding? So without the effects, this is how it sounds.
I go give you love, baby.
With the effects, This is how it sounds.
I could give you love, baby. I could give you love.
Are you seeing how it sounds good? Then the next thing I added was fruity parametric EQ, and I'm using a preset called radio. This is it.
I could give you love.
So let me on it.
I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. I could.
So that's is sounding radio-like. So the next thing I did was another EQ. This is what I wanted to achieve. So it's not a must you followed all these precepts. There's something I was looking for, so I wanted to achieve that. So the next thing I added was another EQ, and I did a vocal presence. I had to choose vocal presence, and let's see how it sounds. Let's listen to how it sounds.
I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. Anything you want.
Then I added an auto tune again. I added it, and I added this far filter Saturn. This is a distortion. I didn't put much. And
I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. Anything you want, baby.
so this is majorly what I did to process the voice. Nothing special. So let's listen to everything and see how it sounds, both with the percussion, everything. Let's listen to everything.
I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. I could give you love, baby. Anything you want, baby.
So if you like this video, do well to give this video a thumbs up, do well to like, do well to subscribe, do well to call me, because my number will be dropped below. I haven't said all this thing. I think this year we have come to the end of this video. Please enjoy these beats.
I could